piece of art. And here's how you're going to see it. Once we count down and the art battle begins, everyone's going to start circling around the art, because as you can see, it's pointed out in a circle. So that means we're all going to be rotating around. What direction is this? Is this counterclockwise? We're going to be rotating around that way. I don't know if I'm wrong, someone point that out, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Counterclockwise, it's called the vortex, or the whirlpool. So that's what we're going to do. Not quite yet. But something I do want to practice with y'all is our signature countdown here at Art Battle. When the round gets started, we do something like this. We count down from 5, and then everyone in the room says, "Let's paint." So can we cut the music for 1 second? Let's try that out. All right, we're going to just try. I'm going to bring the music back, but we're going to count down from 5, and everyone says, "Let's paint." Everyone with me, here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's paint! Okay, that would be kind of awesome when it happens for real. Bring the music back. And at the end of the round, we come back with another 5-second countdown after 20 minutes. And we say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, brushes down. So when that comes, you can say brushes down. How's everyone doing tonight? Make sure, again, you grab a drink at the bar, say hello to someone you've never met before, enjoy the awesome artwork that we're about to see today, and vote for who you think is going to be the winner of this art battle. If you didn't hear, the winner of this art battle is going to Daytona Beach, Florida to compete in the National Championships. That is on April 1st. That is not a fool. We're not fooling you in that. It is really happening on April 1st. Really excited to see how this one turns out. If you see someone who hasn't yet signed up to vote, make sure they do that. And if you yourself have not signed up to vote, make sure you do that. Give it up for Smokey, everybody. You got a big space here. There's nothing stopping y'all from dancing. If you hear something you like. If you guys are unaware of how to vote for the winners, make sure you scan that QR code, put in the information, and then you will get your own personalized link to vote for the winners. Give it up for Kevin, who's taking some photos today. Who makes some noise if you've never been to an art battle before? Let me get that name. You guys in the back, you guys around here. Make some noise if you have been to an art battle before. Clearly, the people who have been to art battle before know what's up. That's why they're more excited. But I'm sure there's more of you who didn't speak up yet. So, artists in round 1, we're going to start getting you guys ready. We can start this art battle. Remember, round 1 and round 2 will have different sets of competitors. The winners of each round will move on to round 3. Round 1 starts with 6 people. Round 2 also has 6 people. And then round 3 will have 4 people. Out of that will be 1 winner. So who will it be at 12 tonight? All right. Who is ready to see the first round of this art battle? Make some noise if you are ready. Awesome, everybody. So I'm about to announce the first 6 artists in round 1 of this art battle. Hope they're all in the room to assume their places. The first artist, and I want everyone to make some noise every time. Warm welcome to the stage. We got Najee, come up to the stage. Taking easel number 1. Awesome. Next up, we got Greg Emery. Make some noise for Greg, everybody. Thank you. Coming up to easel number 3, we've got Boris. Where's Boris? There he is, everybody. Next up, on easel number 4, we've got Sydney. Make some noise for number 5 because we got Jehoon. Jehoon, take easel number 5. And last but not least, we got on easel number 6, we got George. All right, we're gonna take a moment for all these artists to get ready, but as a reminder, as soon as we say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's paint, we're all gonna start moving in a counterclockwise rotational circle type shape so that everyone can see the art being made. So artists, prime your canvas. Everyone get ready to walk around. Get ready to take some photos, take some videos. Make sure you tag Art Battle and Art Battle New York if you're gonna post anything on Instagram. We got a live stream going on, I think on YouTube right now. You might be able to find that through the Facebook event link or just on the YouTube. We got my man right here with the selfie stick. He's the one controlling the live stream, so if you want to appear on it, make sure you run in front of the phone. Or don't. This is gonna be pretty epic. As soon as the artists all tell me they're ready, we're gonna get it going. So, no time to waste, but also it's the beginning of the show. So, everyone, let's take a chill. So, another recap of the rules if you're just walking in. Artists have 20 minutes to create an original piece of work, and then you get to decide who moves on to the next round. In order to vote on who gets into the next round, you check out those QR codes by the bar, and maybe while you're there, grab a drink too. You sign up, you get your customized link to vote, and at the end of each round, the voting will begin. Now there's a short time frame for voting, and it will close. So if you don't get your vote in, you are not going to be a judge for this art battle. But don't worry, you can always step in for number 2 and number 3. Also, I'm pretty sure, but anyone watching this live stream at home will be able to vote as well. At the end of the night, it is customary and art battle tradition that we auction off the painting. So if you see a painting you really like here, through the same link you're voting on, you can place your bid to take one of these awesome artworks home. As we're getting ready, looks like the artists are assuming their places. I am holding it up here, stalling for time for you guys. Everyone looks really good up there. Could we make some noise one time for the artists that are about to start the show? Again, we got Najee, Greg, Boris, Sydney, Jehoon, and George. We got these 6, 20 minutes, and then another 6 coming on up. So, are all the artists ready? You guys give me a thumbs up when you're good. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thumbs up. Are we ready to get this art battle started, folks? Here it goes. Remember what we do? We say, count down from 5, and we say, let's paint. All right, everybody? Artists, are you ready? Crowd, are you ready? Let's do it in 5, 4,
All right, welcome everyone to the Art Battle New York City Championship. We have just started round number 1. We have all winning and all-star artists from the New York region, and we have 20 minutes only on the clock for round number 1. My name is Morgan Booth, and I'm here with Art Battle co-founder Chris Pemberton. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Morgan. It is a thrill to be watching Art Battle New York tonight. Going to be an awesome night for live art. New York, of course, is the center, and we are expecting great performances from these artists. And what's on the line is a spot representing New York at the national championships.
Oh man, and we truly have the best of the best stepping up to the easels tonight. Art Battle New York is a really strong artist community of very, very skilled artists. So we're gonna see some wicked art tonight.
Absolutely. We are going to see some fantastic art as these painters are hoping to go to Daytona Beach, Florida for the national championships, which are happening in about 2.5 weeks on April 1st.
It's coming up soon. So right now we are looking at Jaehoon Lee, and Jaehoon is starting off with toning the canvas with this pink color, and I think starting the forefront element in blue.
Yeah.
Jaehoon is an artist who often blends these really fantastical narrative worlds and creates these really intense characters. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that piece evolves. And here we are with Jorge starting centrally in the canvas with this cerulean color.
Yeah, I got a lot actually sketched out already here. Love the way that the artists express themselves through their clothing. They just want to be them, so they show up in the clothes that they are the most comfortable creating in.
I would love it if he brought that color into this piece.
Oh, yeah.
Look how badass this skull is coming together. And here we are with Naji, and wow, lots done in just under 3 minutes from her. This gorgeous striations of color.
Yeah, really nice. Really working quickly, but of course, working quickly is the name of the game.
And I like that she's bringing some of those more vibrant greens into the blues and giving us those hits. I'm wondering if this piece is gonna be water-based.
Yeah, I think it's going that way.
And moving over to Greg, who has a circle going on, a circular composition on the canvas right now. And Greg really could either be abstract or figurative or blend the two. I've seen him do all three. So we have this really exciting guessing game starting with Greg.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool. And again, another painter who has dressed for success here tonight. All eyes are on you. Why not make the most of the moment and dress the part of being a star? And he certainly is looking good, and will have to be around the easels a few times in order to figure out what he's doing.
And here we are with Boris. And Boris looks like he is starting off with a close up portrait. And I think that we're going to be getting a focus on this eye here.
Yes, it does look like we are getting a painting of a giant eye right now.
And this depth of shadow underneath the brow bone is super strong and starting off very darkly in that space. So I'm wondering whether or not Boris is going to brighten it up with that, or if he's wanting to go that heavy.
I think we're going to see some bright punctuations in there. We've seen really great work from Boris so far this season.
And talking about a darker start, we have Sydney Darrow here, and Sydney is actually one of our representatives from Pawtucket.
Fantastic.
Cool. I'm excited about this piece already. I think that we have some hands coming out of some sort of pot, maybe. That's what I think I'm seeing right away. How about you?
Yeah. Too hard to tell with the dark background. I'm unable on this angle to see. We're going to have to wait for it to evolve a little bit. Sydney, though, making the trip in here. Always exciting to be called to go to New York to compete with your art. So I'm sure an exciting day for Sydney.
Wow. Look at how this piece from Jaehoon is evolving. We have a profile here, and the body is kind of following the curvature of that blue stroke. No way! No way!
Yeah.
This is cool. I don't know if you guys just caught that, but Jaehoon is painting a piece that can be viewed from upside down and right side up. He's painting two pieces that you can. Oh my gosh, this is blowing my mind. Like a playing card.
Yeah.
7 minutes. What?
I know. So good.
Oh,
We've seen such great work from him before.
Ah, New York, I love you. All right, Jorge. I'm loving the badass nature of this piece, and I like that the tongue is swirling around that brushstroke there, but that it's kind of outside of it as well.
Yeah. A really cool piece so far. And only getting better. He's left himself so much room to work with here, and he's keeping it tight. And yeah, that looks really great.
Oh man, this hit of yellow. Oh, I'm loving this piece already. Like, we're about 8 minutes in, and I'm already really drawn to Jorge's piece. Greg here with the unconventional tools.
Oh, I love that tool. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know why more artists don't break it out. I think that tool is a total secret weapon.
Is it a drywall scraper?
It looks like that's what it is, yeah.
Oh man. And the way that Greg is using it is he's just scraping all of this paint off, and it's revealing the colors that he first laid down underneath. Oh, so satisfying.
Yeah, so satisfying to be sure.
And Greg also has some printmaking background as well. And so seeing those techniques where he's taking away the paint and revealing something underneath, I think is informed by that knowledge.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, Morgan.
And back with Najee here. And this hit of magenta against this electric.
Really nice. I love it when we catch the moments.
And Najee is just so totally involved in this piece. You can really see the level of engagement and concentration here. And Najee is a total New York City all-star. She's been painting in the New York season for a few years, and is definitely an audience favorite. Checking out some more of these interesting techniques from Greg. And and it looks like he's painting on the ground, and painting horizontally like that is going to give him a lot better control of all of these very wet elements that he's got going on.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps. It's a lot more stable. Being sort of hovering above your piece can give you a lot of different angles to work from.
And so we're seeing this piece from Boris becoming more painterly. And that's something that I always really enjoy about watching Boris work, is that he's got these elements of impressionist, expressionist movement and then moments of realism, and he really knows how to blend them both together. Ooh, are we gonna get something else in the dark that's over top of the eye? I feel like that looks almost like a moon, that little circle there.
How do you feel about wearing gloves and painting at the same time?
I have to, as an oil painter. I'm always wearing gloves. Otherwise, I'm getting oil paint all over my hands, which can be dangerous and hard to clean off. So I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we're working exclusively in acrylic in this competition, though.
we are for sure. But I mean, obviously, Boris is used to painting with gloves on to be doing it at this stage.
And I think actually the gloves, when you're in the art battle arena, it kind of gives off this air of seriousness
Oh,
for the audience. Like, whoa, that guy's a profesh.
most definitely.
So checking out Sydney's piece and how it is evolving, and we were correct. We're getting some hands coming out of a pot, but the pot, surprise, is a portrait.
Mm-hmm.
More of our playing card piece from Jaehoon, and I get a little shiver every time I see him turn the canvas. It's so fun.
Yeah, I know. You know what? He's a pro. I think he knows when the camera's on him, and I think he gives us. I think he's giving us the turn as a bit of showmanship.
I agree. I am here for the performance. Something that New York always brings to the stage and also to the live stream is just that little bit of extra oomph in terms of performance. These guys know how to play it up.
Absolutely, they do, and we've been in for having a whole month of amazing championship shows. We've seen championships on the West Coast and on the East Coast, and we've seen just so many top-notch painters and show people really who know how to do their craft in front of an audience. And for some that means,
Wow, I did not expect the green to come into this composition, and I am digging it. I like the way that it's playing with the yellow and that the blue still has kind of the highest emphasis. But that's a lot of saturated colors kind of competing within that composition. And we have
yeah,
a similar
definitely.
color palette with Najee here. Sorry, I thought I lost you for a second. All right.
No, I'm still here. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, wonderful.
Look at the pink here. It's just like singing. And we're getting all of this texture within these lily pads as well. And I feel like every time we see a painting that is featuring lily pads like this, we kind of end up comparing it to Monet. But Najee is bringing in this very contemporary color palette with all of these super, super saturated and like electric colors.
Yeah, for sure. A very modern take on a 19th century classic.
So Greg has brought his piece back up onto the easel, which is a good move because the audience can now see it.
I think he's freestyling here tonight.
I think he's just going with the intuition. I agree. I think Greg is into the freestyle for this piece and is just really engaging with the materials and seeing what the paint wants next.
Yeah, he's definitely doing that, and we're just sort of on a little journey with him as he moves around this canvas in a sort of random way for 20 minutes.
And Boris, we can see him making these calculated moves by contrast, where he's adding in these pops. Oh, I'm so pleased that this piece is going exactly where I wanted it to. We have these, the introduction of these little starbursts, and I think that blue circle up there is either a moon or a planet.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have 3 minutes remaining on the clock. I'm wondering whether or not we're going to get the pupil, or if Boris is kind of keeping this eye glassy to keep it kind of otherworldly.
Very interesting to watch. I love to watch this section of the round when there's only a few minutes left. So interesting.
And we're really getting this kind of gestural movement from the hands here by Sydney. We could see the lining on the palms. Very difficult to express hands in this time setting, let alone two of them.
Yeah, for sure. A really interesting piece here. I really like it. It's deep, but it's also sort of light.
Oh, and I think we're getting some ropes being tied within the fingers. That's cool. Just getting all these surprising elements from Sydney, really building into this kind of surreal narrative. Jaehoon. Ah, that swipe of red underneath on the bottom painting.
Yes, but which way is he going to put it on the easel at the end of the round?
Oh man, that's so funny because yeah, he'll have to make that choice of which painting he wants to emphasize the most. If I was him, I would turn it halfway through voting. I don't know if that's allowed, but that's what I would do.
Just stand there moving it back and forth.
Oh
I think
man,
get the message. Put it on a spinner.
Just continuing that kind of performance element. Look how many different tones that he's got going on in the top face as well. I think that that is the more mature of the two paintings.
Maybe it is.
And with Jorge here, and there's such a level of menace going on in our skull here, and the fact that it doesn't have a bottom jaw. And we've got kind of all these flicking of stars has happened on Boris's piece, and it's such a subtle detail. All right, getting our count.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Artist brushes down. That's it. You just saw the first round of Art Battle New York City Championship, where the winner of the Art Battle gets to go to Daytona Beach, Florida for the Nationals. Make some noise for what you just witnessed. That was the first half of the artist for tonight. Really excited. Take one last look at the art. Take your photos. Make sure you cast your vote. Everyone in the room should be casting a vote over the next few minutes before the voting closes. So you can check out the QR code over the bar or in the room that you entered through. Sign up to vote and let's make it happen. Artists for round 2, make sure you guys get your palettes ready. We got a few minutes to set you guys up. Enjoy yourself. And we got a musical act coming up. You can play a little music while I'm introducing them. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. Can I get the beatboxers back on stage, please?
Wow, what a fantastic first round of the New York City Championship. So many different styles realized within this 20 minutes. I'm always just floored. I've seen a lot of art battle paintings, but I still get really excited and impressed.
Yeah, an impressive night for sure. So many different styles. I mean, we could just put them straight up into a gallery, and they would be find a lot of justice in that environment too. They're so good. I love that this painting, which started with the eye, it's not really about the eye. It is sort of, but there's been prominence sort of taken away from it. The way he's left it so dark in there. Very cool.
And we have that surrealist element of the darkness becoming the sky. Oh, wow. Yeah. And look how Sydney emphasized the string that's on the hands. I don't think we got to see that on camera, but that really sets it off.
Just a super highly creative piece here. So interesting, and a lot to try to accomplish in 20 minutes, and a really great job there.
And of course, Jaehoon doing 2 paintings in one with a piece that functions right side up or upside down, and just super impressive.
Absolutely. Putting on a clinic from Jaehoon. I mean, he's been in the winner's circle a number of times, and with really good reason. He's just such a pro at what he does.
And voting is now open at artbattle.com/AB2452. The top 2 artists from this round and from our next qualifying round will move forward into a 4-artist final showdown. The winner of that final showdown will earn their place in the U.S. National Championship representing New York City.
So exciting. Huge, absolutely huge night, and can't wait to see it all go down here. We've seen the first round. We've got 2 more really amazing rounds to go. So stick with us. We will be back in a few minutes with the beginning of round 2. It is live and coming to you from Le Poisson Rouge in New York City.
And we also, in a few minutes, will actually be announcing the results of our Florida Online Championship. So be sure to stay tuned and hear who will be moving forward to represent Florida in the Nationals. In the meantime, let's enjoy some performance by Long Island Beatbox. And we will be back with more announcements and with our Florida announcement soon.
This is my kingdom and this is my dance. Dance. This is my kingdom and this is my You guys like drum and bass? These are the thoughts that'll follow my way back home. That's me, Dr. Brick, and ready for Black.
Alright. That was Dr. Brick. My name is Block. If you want to tag me on socials, it's bloc.beatbox. Block.beatbox. Here we go.
Guys, build the garbage, fighting them
Make some noise for Fusion. One time I was sick. My name is Biscuit. Got 3 minutes. I use them. Got something I didn't want. Took something I didn't need. Every day, spirits haunt. Maybe I was born to be. Maybe I was born to be. Born to be.
Make some noise for all the beatboxers! That was incredible! I want y'all to stay on stage with me for a minute and just give me some backing music, because we're about to get into round 2 of the art battle, folks. Make some noise! If it's not already closed, then the voting for round 1 might already be over. But here we go, I'm about to announce who is joining us for round 2.
All of the votes have been counted for the Florida Online Championship, and we know which artist will be moving. We are just getting our drum roll here as we get ready for round number 2 in New York City. And moving forward to represent Florida in the U.S. National Championships will be Donis Bloodworth, who will be painting in the U.S. Nationals actually for a second time. So a huge congratulations to Donis for moving forward to the U.S. Nationals. Again, that's the results from our Florida Online Championship that aired right before this event that we are watching right now. And we are just about to head into round number 2, getting ready for our countdown for the New York City Championship round number 2. Get ready.
There's a good crowd there and always a lot of energy in NYC.
Oh, for sure. These guys are super pros, and I cannot wait.
And some really cool beatbox performances between rounds there. That is some bang for your buck.
Absolutely. Long Island beatbox in the house, and our on-site host, Jack Nasty.
Jack Nasty, looking pretty slick. He's not looking nasty at all.
Okay, just listening for our countdown here.
I just need to make sure all of them are ready. All right, crowd, are you ready for round 2 of the art battle? I would need you all to say it with me. Countdown from 5. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's paint. 20 minutes on the clock.
All right, welcome back everyone to the Art Battle New York City Championship. We are here for round number 2 and we have 20 minutes on the clock. My name is Morgan Booth and I am here with Art Battle co-founder Chris Pemberton. I'm excited. Are you, Chris?
I'm super excited. The first round was total fire, and this second round is going to be amazing. We have a last year's champion in this round. So there's a lot on the line tonight. Winner is flown down to Florida and taken care of for the national championships. So that is super exciting.
Oh man, super exciting. And that's a pretty big feather in your cap because New York is a pretty prestigious region to be representing in the Nationals. So these guys have some pretty high stakes tonight.
Absolutely, they do.
We have Amanda Riley up at the easel right now, and she's an artist that I always absolutely love seeing create. Her style is so unconventional and illustrative and so totally her own. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this piece evolves.
Me too. It's going to be really cool. I love that she's painting fast, knows what she's doing, and it's looking good.
And here we are with JD Paints, aka John D'Olimpio. And John was a recent winner, I think, from January. And I was surprised this kind of start from John. I think we may be going into the landscape kind of area here.
Yeah, very interesting, and not the way that we've seen him start before, but another careful glove wearer here. I think gloves are the way to go.
It does add that kind of impression of seriousness. But check out his technique here with the paper towel. He's using it to kind of buff out the colors that he's created. And gets... So here we are with Dylan O'Keefe, and Dylan is actually our latest qualifying artist, our final artist to join the lineup as a winner in New York. And Dylan is well known for doing these really, really carefully executed pieces that have lots of surrealist elements in them. Ooh, this is fun. We get to see Dylan's reference piece that he's got taped to the bottom of his easel there, so we can kind of get an impression of where he's going.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it's a cool kind of, I feel like this piece exists in the same universe as Sydney's piece, that we have kind of these head pieces with an interesting element coming out of the top of the head.
Yeah, that's a popular theme right now.
And here we are with Mauricio, and Mauricio is really well known for creating just these beautiful, super immersive environments. And I think that we can see just the start of that now.
Yeah, definitely from Mauricio here, we're seeing a really sort of a dreamy landscape coming in here, and it's going to be interesting to see how he chooses to accent that. He just did such a nice fade here already.
Ooh, look
Nice
at this palette. This palette has seen some life.
Nice palette, for sure.
So this is Elton Duarte, who is representing Pawtucket as well, and was actually a finalist in the Boston. So finalist in Pawtucket finals, and then also a finalist in the Boston City finals. So Elton does not come to play. He is here to win.
Elton traveling around, hitting all the art battles in his region. So That is just so cool to see. Love the enthusiasm and love the love for Art Battle.
And I'm really enjoying seeing his brush just like dancing around the canvas right now. And he's using this red and just adding it to all of these different areas as opposed to working on one area at once. It's an interesting technique seeing him using the color as his guide.
Yeah.
And here we are with Leaf. And tell us a little bit about Leaf, Chris.
Well, with Leaf, what you're going to get is black and white. You rarely see any punctuation of color from him. He paints very simple portraits with very simple shapes, but they're highly effective. He's got a really great sense of depth and composition. So his pieces always just sing out off the canvas too. So very exciting. Leaf was a finalist at the national championship last year. So he is actually top 4 in the country right now.
Boom. That's quite the rank to rise to get that close to tasting being the national champion. I'm sure that he's bringing that passion to the easel tonight as well.
Yeah, unfinished business for Leaf. He wants to get back to the national championships and bring it home to New York.
Check out this like evil cackling kind of character that Amanda has emerging from her piece with this red outline on the mouth.
Yeah, definitely very spooky, a little scary, but so far really creatively executed, and she's having a lot of fun too at the easel. We're gonna see that piece evolve. I can't wait.
And we're seeing JD just scrubbing in this phthalo green color here. Very interesting, this dry brushing technique that he's using here.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. But he's getting the effect that he wants. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's gritty and blending at the same time in a way that I'm finding very satisfying. It's reading like a dry media, but it's paint. Like it's reading like a chalk pastel to me.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the different techniques that these guys bring. It's fun and exciting in terms of witnessing the creativity, but I also feel like I'm getting a masterclass as an artist as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, what percentage of painters do you think practice the very same painting they're going to do at Art Battle?
Oh man. Oh, at the championship level, I would say 2/3 of them have practiced their piece in full, but I would say all of them have done prelim sketches. I'd be
Yeah.
surprised if no one did a prelim sketch.
No, it's really hard to make it to the championship level without that kind of preparation for sure.
Check out this careful line work with Dylan.
Yeah, that piece is going to be crisp for sure. He's working on it.
And such a cool contrast to moving over to Mauricio's easel, where we're all about the blends.
Totally about the blends. This piece looks so classic right now. It's very cool. I love the variety we're seeing, even from the first round to the second round. All 6 easels, something different. Just so interesting to watch.
And we are approaching the halfway mark of the second round of the Art Battle New York City Championship. Voting is now open for the second round at artbattle.com/AB2452. And to remind everyone, all of the works created tonight are also available for silent auction at that same link. You don't need to be in the room to collect these pieces. We will ship them to you.
Absolutely, and an amazing way to continue or start a collection. these pieces come with, not only are they beautiful, but they come with a really, really cool story too. Of you watched them be created from start to finish.
Oh, check out the evolution of Elton's piece here. I'm discerning whether or not which type of animal eye I think it is. What do you
Well, I saw some of his recent work, and I can tell you that he is painting an owl.
Ah, I get it. I get it. Okay, I'm seeing the feathers uh direction now and that kind of peak of the almost like an ear. I know it's not an ear on an owl, but the
Yes,
feather
what
coming up
looks
into
like
the
an ear.
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah. The red in the eye is really cool.
it is. It is so cool. It is a really striking piece.
I'm enjoying the level of movement that Elton is bringing into this piece. We have this kind of cyclical energy that is focused around the eye.
Yeah, and a brush in his mouth too.
We've seen a couple of artists doing that, Dylan as well. Wow, super emotive from Leaf. And we can see that he gridded out this piece just perfectly and is really hitting those proportions.
Yeah, absolutely. And with 9 minutes left, he's just going to keep tightening this painting up. Um, it is going to be a real striker, and one that is going to gain a lot of attention, I think, in the auction as people want to take this one home.
And check out the way that he's using just the subtle wash within the shadows on the inside of the face. We have this dark, sharp contrast with most of the black line work, and then this more subtle mid tone that he's using, just kind of washing it out. I like that.
Oh yeah, it's very cool.
We are just getting the opportunity to see Amanda placing in her kind of signature character element there. Those spirals within the eyes. She always does that in her characters.
It really given this piece a lot of depth, actually.
And now we can see Amanda is working into this piece with marker, which I always think has got to be really, really difficult because this piece has only had 12 minutes to dry. Paint has got to be tacky to be working on top of with a marker.
Absolutely not the easiest way to go, but she's practiced. She knows how much she's going to get out of that marker, and she is right in there with it right now.
Ooh, cool. So JD has a brayer now, this roller that he's using in the bottom.
Just absolutely stunning work.
So much depth. Like, I feel like we have seen variations of this painting with the silhouette of the trees and the mountains in the background, but this execution by JD is very complex, very mature, and is really expressing this sense of distance.
Yeah, those little hints of fog in there in between the trees and just separating the distances. Really exceptionally well done.
And the squeegeeing. Oh, this is so cool. It's definitely giving us that kind of Gerhard Richter uh paint and destroy element.
Oh yeah, I could just watch them all night.
Back with Dylan here and this super, super careful line work. The contrast that he's got here with the black background and that he's brought the background into the eye sockets is really cool.
You know, I'm loving this painting. I kind of want it.
I agree. I'm watching all of these little hits that he's adding in, and just he's really blending being an illustrator and a painter right now.
Hmm.
This piece is so much fun.
Yeah, it's so great. And here's the companion piece. If these two misty landscape pieces here in this round.
Oh, so gorgeous. Look at the stones. That like cobblestone on the bridge. It's such a subtle detail, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's really striking, really careful detail. Something that he has practiced many times, no doubt.
Moving back over to Elton. Oh, yeah. And it is just screaming with life for this owl right now. The depth that he's got in that red of the eyeball and that little hit of gold just in the corner there is so nice. And I think this is maybe our most texturally complex piece of the round.
Yeah, I think it is. Nice. Actually, I haven't seen an event with Elton in it, although I've been following a lot of events that he's in. So it's nice to see him here. I've heard so much about him and seen so many of his paintings.
He's done some really, really cool pieces. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get the opportunity to see him paint again in the final because that is a strong piece that he's working on right now.
Yeah.
So leaf in here now, I think. Oh, I thought he had a marker, but no, he's going in with some white paint and just really emphasizing that contrast in the face.
So careful too, I mean, he's many years of experience, and that's what it takes to be able to paint at this quality, up at this level of intense situation. So great to have veterans like Leaf in here in our tournament.
And he's so totally chill too.
Yeah.
I love the movement in the clothing. Oh, this piece is so cool from Amanda. It just keeps evolving all of these strange elements. Like, you really go on a trip with Amanda's pieces. And we are entering into our final 2 minutes of the second round of Art Battle New York City Championship. Voting is open for this round at artbattle.com/AB2452. Make sure that you get your votes in. It is super high stakes for these guys. The top two artists from our first qualifying round and from this round, we'll be moving forward into a 4-artist final showdown to see who will claim the title and represent New York in the US Nationals coming up. Oh, this emphasis by JD of what I think is taillights.
I'm not sure if it is taillights. Yeah, maybe. Just a really beautiful composition, though. I love this piece.
So nice. That glow. Maybe it's a campfire. This is fun. This piece totally took a turn. I'm having just so much fun with Dylan's work, and I'm sure that the audience is just loving this right now, too.
Very, very creative.
And this piece has humor as well, which I think the audience is really going to relate to as well.
Yeah.
Down into our final minute. I appreciate that Dylan waited until the last minute to add this 3D element to the piece.
Who's it going to be from this round? There's so many good paintings.
There's so many good paintings. Ooh, that very
Oh,
satisfying highlight.
really satisfying highlight. And does so much for it. This piece is stunning too.
Ugh. Oh man. Fierce, 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 fierce. These guys are bringing it tonight. And just these last final details from Leaf. The little eyelashes. Oh, here's our countdown.
Everyone count it down with me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Art rushes down. Round of applause. Make sure to cast your vote. Make sure to join the auction if you want to take any of this amazing artwork home. Everyone that you've seen competing on this stage tonight, has been a previous winner of an art battle here in New York. Now, that makes this the art battle New York City Championships. Make some noise for the championships. You've seen everyone who's won this year. All right. That was awesome. I'm gonna give it a minute here. Make sure you take a good, nice long look at the art because it's about to move to the back of the room. Remember.
I just go, this? Thank you. That's been my time. My name is Biscuit. You can follow me on Instagram at Alex Sanchez Creates. If you like beatboxing, if you like dancing, I do all those things. But yeah, find me on Spotify as well, YouTube as well, Bizkit. That's my name. And I hope you guys enjoyed my set. And let's get back to the show and these incredible artists. Make some noise for them once more.
Everyone make some noise for Biscuit one more time as he leaves the stage. I have no clue where he just went. Make some noise. That was a crazy loop set. Make sure you guys check him out. That's literally a world champion artist that you just saw. Wow. We're going to give some time for the artists to set up. I think they're still taking their time. I'm going to wait for a thumbs up from each of them in order to go on. I guess we can get some beat in the background if you're feeling it. Everyone, if you haven't yet, look to someone to your left, look to your right. Meet someone new. This is a great place for it. We got a really wholesome community here at Art Battle. The New York City Championship is almost over, but not without the third round of the competition. This round, unlike other rounds of art battles, is going to be 30 minutes long, so the artists have 10 extra minutes. That's 50% more time in order to create their art. We need to give them all the energy we can because these are the top 4 competitors that you chose from the last 2 rounds. That's right. There was voting going on, and if you haven't been a part of it, where have you been? If you want to vote on this round, if you want to choose the champion of New York City Art Battle, make sure you sign up using the QR codes over the bar. Make sure if you're tagging us on Instagram, first of all, you gotta post on Instagram. If you're tagging us in your stories or your posts, it's Art Battle, at Art Battle, or Art Battle New York. You go ahead and follow those pages while you're there too. Check out the live stream if you want to send this to your grandma back at home. It's over on YouTube. Awesome, it looks like the artists are all set up. I'm going to wait for a thumbs up from each of the artists. Once they're ready, I got 1 thumbs up. Good? Alright, I got 4 thumbs up. You know what that means? It is time for round 3, the finals of Art Battle New York City Championship. Make some noise! Alright, we got the finalists up here. One more time, we're going to give them all a round of applause for each of them for making it to the finals. They not only made it past the last round, but they've made it, they've won at least one art battle, I guess, in the past year here in New York City. So give it up one more time for Boris in the finals. Give it up one more time for number 2, Jae-hoon. One more time for J.D. Banks. Last name and not leastly, we got Dylan. The winner of this round gets to go to Daytona Beach for the national competition of art battles. So be sure to check that out. There's all sorts of art battles all over the country, and you can see them all on YouTube or all over the place. But we got this one happening live here, so I expect you to watch full attention, full of energy. Crowd, I need you with me to count down from 5 for the final time of the night. The artists have 30 minutes this time on the clock. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's paint!
All right, welcome back everyone to the third and final round of the Art Battle New York City Championship. We have 30 minutes this time on the clock. My name is Morgan Booth, and I am here with Art Battle co-founder Chris Pemberton. Chris, the final for New York.
This is so exciting. I mean, they've got an extra 10 minutes on the clock here. We're looking at 30-minute paintings on larger canvases from the 4 best painters of the night so far. It is an absolute recipe for amazingness. We are going to see some masterpieces here in the third round.
I am so jazzed. I really wanted to see each of these guys paint again, so I'm super happy with who made it to the final. Of course, all of our artists did an incredible job, but these guys have just risen to the top. And we're checking out Jae-hoon right now, who is starting off with pink again, so similar first few seconds in his approach to the qualifying round.
Yeah, absolutely. Sort of the similar as the first time, but Jae-hoon has been on the art battle stage numerous times, so he does know exactly what he's doing.
back over with JD Paints, aka John D'Olimpio, and we can see that he's got a teal color going on his piece. So again, staying, I think, in that same color family. And that's a good approach, I think, from these artists, because already right off the bat, people in the audience are familiar and identifying with that color palette based on what they voted for previously.
Yeah, an interesting point you make there. A lot of the audience tends to sort of focus on one painter. You know, we do encourage people to move around the easels in a circular motion, and certainly you can see them moving there. But as the round goes on, people fall in love with one of the creations and sort of sit there and watch it, and then that one definitely has their vote. So it is very important to engage the audience early on.
And speaking of engaging, I'm already filled with curiosity about what Dylan is doing here. We can't see it, but he's got a sketch down on the canvas. Our camera's just not able to pick it up. And so he's filling in all of these little spots. But to us, it's still super mysterious of where this is going to go. So with Dylan, we're going to kind of go from this abstract place and move into representation.
Yeah, very interesting. I didn't even see that he sketched anything out there.
A lot of squinting on my part.
Oh, I see. Very good.
And moving over to Boris, so much movement and directionality going on so far.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with Boris, we see these pieces that sort of these hemispheric pieces that have sort of two large parts to them, and I'm sure that going to be no different here. He's going to divide up his canvas and give us a wide selection of effects.
That is that hemispheric style of separating and creating different emphases. And you're so spot on with that. I love viewing his work with that extra layer. Thank you.
Yeah, as we're moving around here to Jehoon, who has been in the final round at Art Battle New York numerous times. He is a champion and always brings an amazing amount of quality to the stage here. And we saw that really cool piece that could go either hang upside down either way with two faces in the first round. It'd be interesting to see what he does here in the second round, but it's definitely going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow. Of his first round qualifying piece was so good. I am really digging the movement that he's got going on with this piece already. We've got our central figure who appears to be floating, and that's hard to communicate.
Yeah.
We've got all these gorgeous kind of trailing pieces of fabric twisting and winding within the air around the character.
Yeah, and here we are back around now with JD Paints. And he does have sort of the same starting color combinations here in this round than he did in the first round, but with a totally different composition.
Totally different composition, and I think that we're headed towards a different subject matter as well. I think that this piece is going to be engaging more in the urban landscape. I think we're going to get a cityscape to contrast that super beautiful naturalistic landscape that we had in his qualifying round. That's a smart strategy.
Yeah, very smart, very cool, and definitely the audience likes to get. The audience wants double for their money. They want a painter to show them two amazing paintings and offering up just how deep their talent pool is. That's what the audience wants to see, and these painters are definitely going to deliver. This piece is looking very interesting.
I love that I don't know what it is. It feels so much like if there's such a high level of engagement here for the audience because everyone must just be around this piece and feeling very curious in the same way that I am, wondering where all of these polka dotted areas are going to lead. And
Yeah.
Dylan showed us from his qualifying round that he's the master of surprise, so watch out.
Do you know that 3 out of the 4 painters in this round are wearing gloves on their painting hand?
I didn't notice that, but that's a good observance. We're wearing gloves for luck at our battle tonight.
Absolutely.
So Boris has totally obscured the beginning of the profile portrait that he had going on, and has toned out the skin of his character here.
Very interesting.
So now it's going to be a strategy of building highlights, I think, over top of this darker color.
Yeah, definitely. He's going the long way to getting this painting done.
Getting a little pop of an eyebrow there. Ooh, check out the red magenta color that is playing on Jaehoon's piece right now. I love this combo. This is so totally my favorite palette.
Yeah, this one's real nice for sure. And he's got a lot of elements in there already. With just under 22 minutes left, he is going to be adding a lot of awesome color and detail to this piece.
And even when you look underneath the fabric that's floating, you're kind of seeing these almost like petticoat details. Jaehoon has such a wonderful ability to give us these unexpected pops of detail.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting the way he's sort of got 2 halves going on there. We're going to see a clever little play on something from Jaehoon in that piece.
JD Paints giving us what I'm positive is an urban landscape now. And check out the way that he's bringing all of these angles into a central point for this perspective.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this piece develops. I can't quite see it, but I know from just the perfection that he laid down in his first attempt that this is going to be really striking.
And I'm really digging the use of these squeegees. It's giving this raw quality and this more abstracted quality to the cityscape.
Yeah.
Continuing with this careful line work from Dylan. Dylan is really taking advantage of this extra 10 minutes, I feel.
Absolutely. He's doing a piece that you just couldn't do in 20 minutes. And there's a lot to come, but a very interesting start. I haven't seen a piece started in this. It almost looks, it's like really thick, but so restrained.
Yeah, it's really unfolding as well. It's super detailed, but we don't know what the details are of yet. I'm wondering if they're mushrooms? Maybe I'm getting that guess right?
I don't see it, but I might be surprised.
I feel like it's mushrooms. That is my official guess. Would love to hear from you guys out in the comments of where do you think Dylan's piece is evolving to? Back with Boris here, and we're getting so much more refined into the features of this piece. Just this portrait is really taking on a gorgeous quality with the few details that he's adding in into the eye socket and into the nostrils there, just bringing that face back.
Yeah.
And I think this is a smart battle strategy as well, kind of concentrating all of these details in a relatively small portion of the canvas. And then he's already dealt with so much of the canvas with all of this flowing hair movement.
Yeah. Very interesting. He's got quite a bit of time left, and I think we're going to see another element that hasn't shown up yet from Boris.
And we can see Jaehoon now is going into this kind of inky detailing, allowing little drips to happen as well. So often Jaehoon's pieces have this element of fashion, and that's its own creativity within itself, because he's totally inventing these looks.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one on the street before.
But I want to. I don't wear
It's
that.
somebody who's disappearing into a pink smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that for spring summer 2023.
Pink smoke. Summer 23.
Back over with JD Paints, and the inky quality of the black that he's got going on the canvas right now is super satisfying. It feels very oily, and there's just a depth to it.
Yeah. And I think that you might be right. I think that this might be a cityscape. I think those were the windows on a building.
And they're just suggested, right? This is such
Mhm.
a restrained technique of just creating the impression of this landscape or cityscape. Getting our kind of farther away view of Dylan's piece. I love the way he paints, just dealing with each element individually and really fitting them together like puzzle pieces.
Yeah. Very interesting. A totally different piece. I mean, I love this aspect of art battle where we get to see totally different pieces. Are you seeing something now?
Yeah, I'm totally seeing something. We've got I think he's working on a skull, and there's a big mushroom stalk coming out of the skull. I think the two curved gray lines that he's got there are eye sockets of a skull.
Oh, very interesting.
And it continues to reveal itself. With Boris, we're dealing with a little bit of a shadow challenge here, I think, just for us. And so when he steps away is when we kind of get those reveals of the details within his work, but we can see the highlights are starting to really pop off on the face now.
This line work from Jaehoon is really emphasizing and changing this piece.
Yeah, I'm just loving the angularity of it. I'm loving that there are small moments where the brush is dragged and we're getting these like miniature lines within the brush marks. Very satisfying, this piece. Oh, this piece is just continuing to evolve in such a cool way. I hope that we get a little hit in our sky. Ooh, looks like he's putting in a crosswalk.
Yeah, it does look that way.
It's cool because this piece feels very impressionistic, but at the same time, it feels futurist to me. Like we could encounter this piece in a video game. Like the crosswalk looks like it's almost floating, and the cityscape is abstracted. So fun. All of this black is just gonna set this piece off and make everything come together.
Yeah. So creative and unique.
Yeah, Dylan's choice of subject is so totally his. There's nobody else's brain that is coming up with this.
No.
And that's a really cool quality to have as an artist and something that makes him very identifiable by his work.
This piece is looking real nice from Boris here.
Yeah. I love that little hit of white on the shoulder.
I mean, he's just paid so much attention, worked so carefully on this face, and he's really getting the result that he's looking for. I mean, it is just the best figurative piece on the board right now.
Oh, absolutely. And there's such a satisfying element to watching him work where he's starting very loosely and then tightening certain areas. Ooh, nice addition of the yellow here.
Yeah, very nice.
I like that it's not only singularly on one side and that he's brought it into the bottom corner as well.
Yeah.
We are entering into our final third of the final round here. Our last 10 minutes. Very, very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. That the winner of this round is going to national championships in 2 weeks from now in Florida.
Oh man, that's such a fun, exciting, fast trajectory to be moving forward. And these guys are going to have to plan something, or the winner is going to have to plan something amazing to move forward into the US Nationals and what they want to bring there.
Absolutely.
And I can't even, at this point, they're just so involved and so in the flow state with what they're doing right now. They're not even thinking of the future, hopefully, yet. But yeah,
No, they're very much in the moment right now. Oh my lord, you were right.
So fun. Like the way that he's playing with scale as well is so interesting.
Yeah.
And all these mushrooms growing up around this skeleton, because I think we've got a skeletal hand that's hanging out on the side over there too. This piece, Dylan's work has like this element of whimsy and cheekiness that I just dig it so much.
Oh yeah, for sure. Very cool and very different from the other painters.
Mm-hmm. Back to Boris here. Ooh, that line of red on the cheekbone is so nice.
Mhm. All right, Boris, you got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Be careful.
I know it would be so easy for him at this point to overpaint this piece because it's so finished at this point to me.
Hmm. Oh, he's taking his time. He's being so careful.
Cool. Of course, Jaehoon would bring in an entirely new face in the final 8 minutes.
That's right. He's
I
got
think
time for it.
I think this is the year of the profile portrait.
Yeah, we certainly have seen a lot.
It's a difficult position to execute well, and with Jaehoon's level of stylization, he's totally hitting it.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love getting these details. That's such a brave move, introducing an entirely new portrait element in the final in less than the last third. I think
Yeah,
that the audience is going to dig that.
I think they are too.
Oh, we're getting some cars into our environment now.
Hmm. Yeah,
And this piece is a lot sharper than his first qualifying round piece, but there's still just a little bit of a suggestion of a fog that helps to create that atmospheric distance.
oh yeah, this piece is cool and just a perfect set with his first piece.
Totally, because they're in the same color family, they have that same red accent, but are so different in their subject matter that they have to be a set because they just play off of each other. Perfect time to remind everyone that all of the pieces created tonight are available for silent auction at the link that is on your screen, artbattle.com/AB2452. And with 5 minutes left on the clock, voting is now open for our final round. You guys are going to choose who the top artist is and who will be moving forward to represent New York City in the US Nationals.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough vote here. I think that these painters are doing very well, and there's going to be significant interest in each of them.
Dylan has been so careful in his time management here, and really has planned out each line down to the T. And I'm seeing 5 minutes left on the clock, and I know that there's some more careful black work that he wants to do up top there, and I'm just hoping that he gets it done.
Yeah, I think he's got the time. I think he's going to get it done. This piece from Boris is really striking. Great use of the canvas.
Totally. A really nice composition. And I'm just noticing that he's added a bunch of white paint around as well that gives a bit more texture and also gives it that finished quality. Our final 4 minutes here.
And always with bursts of extra color from Jaehoon.
I know, we every time we come around, I'm like, what's he doing now? Always gives us a surprise. I really did not expect for the other coat or the other side of the coat to end up yellow. That's cool. And even just the way that he suggested the back arm, just with a few lines.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you that any one of these four painters is well above the level of having earned a spot in the national championship. Any of them would do really great on the national stage.
Yeah, it has been a really intense level of showmanship and skill and composition and execution here tonight. Feeling very, very lucky to be witnessing this right now.
JD working so carefully.
That hit of red just makes the whole thing sing.
Yeah, absolutely. Knows what he's doing.
And Dylan, with the time management, I should have had faith. He's totally got it done.
This piece is so cool. I would love to hang this piece. It would look, it's just so like fresh and hip, and it's like sort of classic in its little sort of psychedelic way, but would look good hanging anywhere. I hope that the bids go really well for this piece.
Ooh, I think we're gonna get a surprise.
I think we are too.
Yes. This is so cool. Bringing it with the 3D. And it doesn't feel like he's reusing that technique. It's still fresh because the composition is so unexpected.
Yeah.
I totally expected a brush drop from Boris. He could have done it.
Yeah, no, he's used all his time. I think that he is a real contender here in this third round.
My favorite part of this piece, and it's a little bit difficult to see, is there's just the smallest hit of highlight in the eye, and it's so subtle, but it just really sets it off for me. All right, into our final 20 seconds now.
Down with me, the end of the final round. Here we are in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Artist brushes down. Look at the final pieces of art for the final bit of the competition. New York City Championships, folks. That's what it was. Make some noise. Take one final look at all the art. Make sure you cast your vote because in the next few minutes we will know who the champion of New York City Art Battle is! Who do you think it's gonna be? Don't say it out loud, say it into your phone. Make sure you also sign up for the auction, and if you win a bid, make sure to please take your painting home. We don't want it. We do want it, guys, but you want it more. You paid for it, you deserve it. All right, everybody. Make some noise for the final round. That was extremely exciting. Maybe the best art battle I've ever seen. All the creative works from the amazing artists. One more time, give it up for Boris, Jehu, JD Paints, and Dylan. That was the most intense art battle moments I've ever seen. They really took their time, were very precise with the lines and the colors and the paints. You know how it goes. But I'm gonna come back and invite some of my friends up. so that they can entertain us until we find out who the winner is. I'm gonna get something direct to my phone. Make sure that you guys cast your vote in the next few minutes, otherwise you're gonna miss the window, and make sure you bid on the auction to take some of this awesome art home. Back to the stage, I want to introduce back the beatboxers for the night. Make some noise if you've enjoyed the beatboxing tonight.
Wow, that was epic. That was a really, really incredible final round. I feel like I have just been hit with so much talent and struck by the level of execution and technique that we've seen in the last 30 minutes. These guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you come to New York and you expect to see amazing art, and these guys absolutely delivered here tonight. It's just an amazing showcase of talent.
And so many original ideas as well. I think just each of these artists really brought something totally fresh and unexpected as well.
Yeah, they couldn't be more different. And, you know, it's just, there's just an unlimited amount of paintings, a variety of paintings that we get to see and that we're going to see. And, you know, as we go season after season, I'm just struck by it. It's just always new and fresh. Art is continually reborn within these artists.
Oh man, we got a tough choice coming up. If you are watching online with us at the stream, we need you to vote because only one of these artists is going to emerge the winner and will represent New York City in the U.S. National Championship coming up on April 1st in Daytona Beach. So make sure that you're voting at that same link that is on your screen, artbattle.com/AB2452. And we will be back very shortly with the winner announcement of who will be repping New York City. In the meantime, let's enjoy our performance by Long Island Beatbox.
You should make a bid on it because they are almost gone. You guys should have received your text, and it's almost over. This is almost the end of the show. Make sure you make a bid on one of the awesome paintings that you saw tonight. Thank you guys. Are you ready? Look at this. Someone lost their purse. Can someone claim their purse? Is there like an ID inside it or something? If you feel strongly that this is yours, I don't know what I can do to give it to you. Okay, it's got some hand sanitizer on it. Remember, join that auction. There's only a few minutes left. Are you ready to find out who wins the art battle? Woo! So the winner of the art battle is someone who's going to get a free trip to Daytona Beach on April 1st to compete in the national competition of art battle. They are one of our top 4 competitors of the night. Making sure I know what I'm talking about. Alright, you ready to go? It is JD JD, come on up to the stage. Come on up. JD, give it up for JD. JD, I want you to give it to us. How are you feeling right now?
I'm exhausted, but it was amazing competing, you know. A lot of art is done internally, alone in your room, just with your thoughts and stuff. And I really want to give it out to all the competitors who were vulnerable tonight and competed. And did an absolutely amazing job. I'm so humbled to be up here.
JD, you did an amazing job. You had some amazing artwork, and I hope to see some of you go with one of the fans tonight. How can we follow you, find you further, see more of your art?
You can follow me on Instagram, JD Paints with a Z. The S was taken at the time, still taken. Yeah, follow me up, send me a DM. Happy to answer any questions, any emerging artists, any questions anyone has. Happy to answer. I like to just give a shout out to like all my friends, family who have just been so supportive towards me, and all my art friends who have been just incredible inspirations. Like that cityscape was inspired by Jeremy Mann. You should check him out on Instagram. He kind of pioneered the roller kind of technique, and it's amazing. I don't know, crazy.
How long have you been doing art?
Since 2015.
How long competitive art?
Well, just this.
Yeah, just this. Give it up one more time for JD. Amazing. Give it up for all the other artists who did an amazing job today. The art battle. Congratulations, you are going to. He's going to the championship, the national championship. April 1st. That's going to be on the Art Battle YouTube channel. If you're not yourself in Daytona Beach, make sure you check out the live stream that will most definitely be happening. And if you enjoyed the art today, make sure you can check out the live stream that was just happening. It might even still be going.
And a huge congratulations to JD Paints, who has earned the right to represent New York City in the U.S. National Championship. Wow, what a performance. A well-earned win.
Really fantastic tonight. Just two absolutely blockbuster paintings up against a really tough field. That final round was four fantastic paintings, and only one can go through. But he earned it tonight. He was the best, and he will be representing New York at the National Championships in Florida in just over 2 weeks from now.
Wow. Just epic. What a great night for live competitive painting. A massive congratulations and thank you to all of our artists who stepped up to the easels tonight and painted their hearts out. We are so grateful for all of the artists who have painted with us this season in New York and tonight in particular. And of course, a thank you to our team on the ground in New York, Jack Nasty on the mic, and the Long Island Beatbox crew for these awesome performances that we've been able to see.
Just so cool to be able to see that. Just a totally all-around arts immersive evening there in New York. Can't wait to catch it again myself. And if you're watching online, get down there next time. It's a really great atmosphere and environment. We are going to be live again this tomorrow night with the Art Battle Chicago City Championship. So please tune in and watch it to all go down again in Chicago as competitors paint their way to the national championship.
Thank you so much, everyone, and good night.
Good night.